back to Metal Ben's Chronicles. We got a different kind of album review today because this was only released on digital downloads. Yes, through Spotify, through iTunes. You know, now the artist I'm going to be reviewing today does plan on releasing this on CD here in the near future. So for those who want a CD copy, they will be coming. Anyways, crank open another brewski. And we'll get right on with the review. So, we got Morticide coming up for you guys. My good friend Josh Dominus's solo project, one-man project, whatever you want to call it. So the Morticide release is called One with Darkness. I had to write this stuff down, so don't mind me. One with Darkness that was released digitally on March 13th of 2020, about a month ago already. And it consists of 10 tracks. And it runs in at about 44 minutes, yes. And Josh basically does everything on here. Vocals, all the programming, he does it all, So track by track, we got A Taste of Evil, which begins this album in a brutal way, Now I would say, musically, what I hear on this, when it comes to the musicality of it all, I definitely hear a little bit of Slipknot, which might be a turn off to people, but whatever. I hear some Machine Head. I hear elements of maybe Trivium, maybe some Metallica to an extent. It is more modern sounding. Is that always a bad thing, though? I don't think so. It depends on your taste, I guess. So yeah, we got 10 tracks here. We got a 10-track affair. So yeah, A Taste of Evil begins it, like I was saying, in pretty brutal fashion, It's a pretty intense, extreme song, You could feel the anger in this music, that's for sure. There's definitely a lot of anger in these lyrics, whether it be frustration with humanity, frustration with the direction society's going in, you can definitely hear it through the lyrics here. One with Darkness, personally I think it's my favorite track on here. It's very progressive sounding. It starts out very melodic, then it gets pretty thrashy. I mean, it's pretty progressive sounding, Then we get two thrashers, Relentless and Hatred, which are just two thrashy, pissed off, angry sounding songs, Then we get Generation of Absurdity. Again, another pretty thrashy, angry track, Just some really heavy stuff, man. Fake Religion's pretty brutal, Basically about, the frustrations with religion. Because, nowadays nobody knows what to really believe. Because every time it seems like when you turn your back, you're being lied to or manipulated. Or, forced into something you don't want to be a part of, But yeah, Fake Religion's a decent track. Decaying Society basically sums it up about how society is just decaying away, man. How there's literally no hope in society. And I think ever since 2020 began, we've been seeing the decline of society. I mean, we've seen it building up to where it is now, throughout the last decade or so, but, it just seems like now, things are definitely not good for a lot of people, and a lot of crazy things have been going on in this world as of late, you know what I'm saying? Then we got Dark Thoughts again, just another angry track, about having dark thoughts. Could be depression, could be anything really that pertains to darkness. Burial of Pain, again, another phenomenal track in my opinion. Yeah, I think it's a very good track, But I think my second favorite track would be the final track on here. All endings must first be. All endings must first be, yes. Again, this is another pretty progressive track, pretty epic sounding track, It definitely goes from thrash to melodic parts here, It's a very good first effort, I must say. It is. It's a very good first effort, I think, by my good friend Josh here. And I feel like it's going to get better in the future. I believe he's already working on new material, too, which is freaking awesome, For a first effort, I'm going to be fair and give it like a 9 out of 10. I thought it was pretty interesting. Yeah, modern metal's normally not my style, depending on the band, but you know what? This sounds pretty darn good for having a more modern sound, So yeah, get it on iTunes, get it on Spotify, get it at Google Play Store too. Get it wherever you can get it. So yeah, that's basically my review of Morticide, One with Darkness, the debut digital release by my good friend Josh Dominus. I'm going to leave you guys right now with a track, alright, keep it metal. And the track I'm going to be leaving you with is the self-titled track, One with Darkness. Alright, peace and keep it metal, guys.